Now I'd like to take and make this piece into something that looks more like this. So I'm going to make this my circle base. I'm going to trace something that's a round shape. Maybe press it in a little bit. Trace around it with a pencil or a cutting tool to make my base. Then I'm going to just kind of line up my next piece to see how tall and round it's going to look. So I only need about this much of this. So I can cut it, leave a little overlap so I can smush those together. Then I'm going to cut this weird piece off of my shape. I can use the side of my slats to take those pieces off. And then I'm ready to score the base with a fork. Now these scoring lines make little lines that'll connect to the little lines of your other piece in the kiln. As it shrinks from the heat of the kiln, the pieces kind of band together to become one puzzle piece. As I go through this, I'm going to smooth out the inside before I close up the actual vase itself. And then I want these pieces to puzzle piece together too. So I'm going to scratch the inside and outsides. If this is still longer, I can cut it lower before I put it together. And I can smooth it out. The inside of this needs to be smoothed out and all the cracks fixed so that I don't have water falling out of it if it's a mug. And then the outside needs to be smoothed out also, so that nothing seeps out from the outside. And I'm smoothing out all the pieces to it looks like a mug. Then I can decide, do I want to go taller? I can add a coil and roll it out like a snake, and coil higher up. And you have to smooth out the coil. This was uneven, so I'm actually going to use it. So I don't have to cut it shorter. I can add a coil to make it longer. And this clay is very mushy, so I might even let it kind of dry a little overnight. It's still in plastic, but it will be a little bit easier to work with tomorrow if it's not as wiggly. Sometimes if the clay's not as wet like this today, then you can score it and slip these coils on. But if it's like today, right now mine's so wiggly and mushy, I can just kind of smooth it right in. That is the start to a mug or a vase.